Here we are again, happy as can be, all good friends and jolly good company. Uh, Talking now, let's talk. Um, Now, sport. What class of sport do you like? There was a film one time made, A Sporting Life. I forget who was in it. Was it, I forget. And I don't know, was there much sport in it? But from that, it must have been some other kind of sport or yapping about. But vis-a-vis sport as football. I know in the United States it's baseball, and then some lads. There was Babe Ruth was a great baseball player going back years ago. I think he was in New York, Babe Ruth, and and then who else was there? There was uh, there was a lad that won 4 gold medals. Then it was Johnny Weissmuller. He was in the Tarzan films. He won some Olympic sports. I don't know whether it was swimming or what. Johnny Weissmuller. You wouldn't remember him. It was the same because he used to be in the jungle with Maureen O'Sullivan. She was from Boyle, County Roscommon, where I grew up, as well as growing up in the Holt. But the father being a policeman, down to Boyle we went. And a lovely town known as the Killarney of the West because of the lakes and Key and the supposed to be 32 islands and one for each county in the country. Isn't that a nice thought? And as you're up in the Curlew Mountains, which is, you go over that when you're going towards Sligo, and you have a great view down at the lake, and it's a very refreshing view. As a matter of fact, I spent my time for a good few years travelling and on the road, and that even when I worked for myself. And even I'm still doing it, promoting the Christian TV Ireland project. And I have a machine that I can take donations if they have a credit card. So, either flash it or depending on the mood, then you have to put it in and little thingamajiggies comes out, receipt, where I'm able to write a receipt as well, which is better because you can save that. The other thing that comes out, people don't use that, they just get rid of it, I think, because that's what I do. Anyways, I'm talking about that type of thing, sport. So baseball, and then there's the football, where these fellas are throwing a ball, and then if they catches it, they might all jumping. And I don't know how it's our boys. They've all sorts of padding and all the rest of it. You wouldn't like to meet them kind of coming along towards you, but you able to flatten you. So I used to play football in Ireland, Gaelic football, which is you kick the ball and you can catch it, and then take a good route at it and put it somewhere else fast because sometimes it come up on top of you and knock you off your feet. But shoulders and all this type of stuff. Well, I broke a collarbone one time at that sport. And you know what I mean? So we took to tennis. We're behind us where we lived in Boyle, 2 tennis courts, hard, not the grass ones, but the ones. And I used to see them balls that come in and throw some of them back, keep a few of them, of course. And then I went about playing it myself and did very well, thank you very much. Played in what they call the Pitman Cup. It was for 18s or 18-year-olds or younger. And I played the singles, and then the girl, she played the singles, and then we played a mixed doubles. That was 3 matches, and then there was 2 lads and 2 girls, and the 2 lads played the men's mixed doubles, and then the mixed doubles with their different ladies and that. So there was 7 matches then altogether. so that it could be decided. There wouldn't be draws at the fella says. We got to the kind of final one year when I was playing, so that was a good record. So we're just talking about sport. I don't want to be boasting now, don't get me wrong. But I liked it, and I liked table tennis. And I liked handball. We used to play handball. And we used to play it out on the road, but there wasn't that much traffic against the side of the barrack wall, where we lived in a good place called the Barrack Square. And boy, next to the Garda barracks, there were houses provided by the state because not many people actually owned their own house them times. And then the next house, there was a gap, and there was a Garda's family there, six of them. And then the sergeant down the end, there's about 11 or 12 there. So all this, so there was sport. We used to kick football in the square, and then a couple of other young ones, young fellas at the time. So I don't know how the mother and they stuck it because to be queer shouting, yourself, kicking ball around the square. But it was great fun, happy memories. Yeah. Then there was a military barracks there where the Lord of the Manor, Sir Cecil King Harmon, when they were kind of in charge under the British rule, that was their townhouse or big house. We used to think it was haunted. I think somebody was kept quiet upstairs or something, God knows what. So we used to consider it was haunted. And there was a caretaker in it at the time. He had two sons, Sean and Junior, and a daughter, and all went to America, Santa Santa Monica, in California. And I was back once or twice. I met them and that, So, you're going up with them, and funny how people go here, there, and yonder, and you never see them again. And yet you're good pals going along, and they're funny. And then disperse here, there, and yonder. And some of them then, when they were in the United States, were called up. They saw service here, there, and yonder. So we're just talking about sport. And it's good to play sport, I think. We have the Gaelic football here. And then we have hurling, which is, you haven't heard of Camogie girls play that with one stick, but the men have a hurley stick. And what they call a slither. And it's a harder ball. And, poke that, and some fellas can catch it and over the bar or into the back of the net because it's a fast game. It's too fast for my thinking. I prefer the football, and I prefer to watch the football. The hurling can be dangerous. When I was in boarding school, a lad lost his eye. He was in the same class as I did with a fella that was hurling, and he was swinging a stick. And I was good at the hurling, but that put me off because there was a fella there, and he was useless playing hurling. He should never be on the field because he didn't hit the ball properly with the hurley. He kind of seemed to swing it around, and that's how that happened with that lad. And it's very peculiar then when you were meeting him, you didn't know what eye was looking at you, that kind of a thing. And he was a good hurler from Limerick. So these are little experiences you have in life, isn't it? We all encounter them, and you must have encountered things as well. Here, there, and yonder, ladies and gentlemen, and that sort of thing. Ladies play sport, and a very bad thing now is in the United States, and there's a lot of trouble about it. Once men making out they're women, and they're not women. They're kind of crazy. And they should be kind of put into a home somewhere and dealt with in such a way that they sort of don't be suffering from such illusions and causing trouble to the female athletes and that. And it's gone crazy. That's what's wrong over there. You once that's living in the United States must be fed up with that when they carry on. You like things to be straightforward, don't you? On the sporting field and all the rest of it, and fair play. You don't like to see anybody being injured either. Yeah, it's a hard game. There was one lad, I think, there in the United States got a heart attack. He says, why? I think he gave up the game. And he was fit, but the pressure and the probably mental as well as physical, not great. Well, anyway, that's talking. So I hope rang a bell with some of you. I remember your man. What was his name? Oh, I saw him playing in Wimbledon, and he used to be angry with the umpire doing, yeah, you are, he giving out. Ryan was it not Ryan? What was his name? Turned out all right afterwards. He married somebody. Haven't heard anything about him. And there was other ones that had issues with umpires. They take the game too serious. There's no point in that. You've got to sort of go along with the flow and not be so anxious to be winning all the time. If you tog out and play the game, that's all that counts. Not everybody can score goals. It takes a team, so they all have their parts, and that's right. Bye now. Do the rest of your evening.